So recently I put a question on my social media and I asked for people to tell me their craziest dating story. And I was kind of surprised by the responses because nobody told me their story. I had people that said, oh, I don't want to revisit that, or it's way too bad. People were just really negative. And with almost 20,000 followers, I couldn't find one that would comment. But I did get some messages, and that's what made me think about this because modern dating is wild. Welcome to Ghosted and Toasted, the podcast where modern dating horror stories are served with a side of humor. I'm Jennifer, and this show is for anyone who's ever been confused, frustrated, or slightly traumatized by dating in the age of dating apps, situationships, and I'm just busy excuses. Here, we're not pretending it's easy, we're not sugarcoating, and we're definitely laughing through it. Every week, we're breaking down real stories and calling out what's really going on. So grab your drink of choice, wine, water, coffee, emotional support beverage, and let's get into it. So my story is a little bit different than everybody else's. Of course, I posted all of my business online in about 100 different groups. I normally keep my personal business personal, but I didn't with that. I regret that, but so my situation is different, and I guess I'm at a place in my life where almost everybody has let me down that I've opened myself up to that way. So I'm at a point where I don't want to take time away from my kids, or I don't want to take time away from my grandson, or I don't want to take time away from things I enjoy doing for something that's temporary. So I just don't make time for it. So I am the queen of I'm busy. And I think I keep myself busy on purpose because I just don't want to deal with crap. So when I first asked the question about dating horror stories, I had people that messaged me their story. And of course now you can upload it on the website. Of course I won't use your name. I won't contact you about it. But the first message I received, I had to reach out to her and ask her some details because I was like, there's no way this happened. This is absolutely crazy. And how could you ignore all those red flags? It just blew my mind. Okay. So this lady was talking to this man and everything seemed great. He was really sweet. She only saw him during the day. They would meet up somewhere and she never talked to him after 5 p.m., which is red flag number one. But he told her that he lived in a town where he didn't have good reception. So, she knew where it was. So she believed that. Well, then his mother passed away and he injured his leg pretty much at the same time. So she offered to go to his house and help take care of him. But he declined. So she was like, well, okay, maybe he just wants his space, wants to be by himself. I already don't talk to him after 5 p.m. and I really don't talk to him on the weekends. So, maybe he just has bad reception and doesn't want me out there. That's what she thought anyway. Well, I have this written down, so I'm trying not to play with this paper too much, but I can't help it. I just don't want to miss some of the details. One day, her phone rings. She's like me. She doesn't talk on the phone. So she just let it go to voicemail, of course. A voicemail she would never listen to. Well, the same number called right back. So she was like, maybe I need to answer this. Now me, if it's an absolute emergency, if it's one of my kids, I'll answer it. But if it's a number I don't know, I do not answer. I just can't do it. But anyway. So the second time the phone rang, she answered it. And it was this really nice woman. And she said, do you know? And said the guy's name. She said a different last name. And so my friend was like, no, I don't know him. The lady was like, well, your number is showing up a lot on his phone records. And she was like, well, I don't even know that name. So can you maybe send me a picture of him? So the lady sent her a picture of the guy. It was somebody that she knew by a completely different name. And the picture she sent was from a joint Facebook account that they shared. And this guy had told my friend that he didn't even have Facebook. And she should have known, because one day he told her that he saw something on her Facebook. She went somewhere with some friends, or I don't remember exactly what she said it was, but he had seen something on her Facebook, and she asked him, she was like, I thought you didn't have Facebook. And he told her that he used a friend of his Facebook to look her up. So anyway, that was another red flag she should have known. All right, so anyway, this lady was like, sent the picture, and my friend was like, yeah, I know him, but are you sure that's his last name? And the woman was like, well, I hope so, because we've been married for 25 years. You've been what? Yeah. So this man was seeing my friend, and of course feeding her all this junk, that red flag she should not have missed. Can't talk after 5, can't do anything on the weekend, can't go to their house. So many red flags she missed. So, but yeah, she completely dropped him after that, and yeah, she hasn't heard from him since. So hopefully he's living happily ever after. Or maybe the wife was smart enough to realize that if he did this once, he's probably going to do it again, and maybe she divorced him. I don't know. I need to check for an update. So yeah, that was the first story I received, and it's absolutely crazy to me. All right, now let's break down the red flags that this lady missed. Red flag number 1, you can't talk to him after 5 p.m. Even with poor reception, you can get like a little text in there or something. So you should have known better. Red flag number 2, you can't go to their house. Now, if they have small children, that's completely understandable, because having a bunch of different people around your kids, that's a red flag right there. You don't want to do that. Until you're serious about somebody and want to be with them forever, that's the only time you should introduce them to your kids. Kids shouldn't see you with a bunch of different people. Red flag number 3, he asked you about something on your Facebook, but he told you that he didn't have Facebook. So why would his friend let him log into his account? No, he actually had a joint account with his wife. But we want so bad to believe the good in people and believe that what they're saying is truth. So we just completely ignore red flags, and we got to stop that. If this story sounds familiar, you're not alone. Modern dating has made basic communication feel rare, and that's not okay. It's easy for me to judge from the outside, saying this lady should have recognized all these red flags, but in the midst of all this happening, she's still living her life. If you've been ghosted, breadcrumbed, or stuck in a situationship, I want to hear from you. Send your story. We might feature it on the show. Make sure you follow Ghosted and Toasted, leave a review if this episode hit, and share it with that friend who's always asking, why am I still single? Next week, we're talking about situationships, why they happen, why we stay, and how to get out. Until then, protect your peace, and don't ignore the red flags.